Let's wrap up this title of was Master P paying homage or copying Tupac. I want to touch on quickly on the Bossellini album, which was a controversy album due to its title. C released Bossellini March the 9th, which is his birthday, 1999. C's a Pisces for those who follow the zodiac signs, but on Spice One dropped his Black Bossellini album 1997 in September. But there was a little somewhat controversy surrounding the title of the word Bossellini. But anyway, I'm gonna get into that a little bit later on in this video, but let's get into it right now. Was there any Tupac influence on the Bossellini album? There are some songs that stand out, like the song which is called Like a Jungle, which is a very powerful song. See, Murder wasn't flowing like Pac on this song, but this was a bad song. This song was off the hook, man. This was a beautiful song. And C wasn't talking no street stuff on this album, or this song I should say, but he was pointing at the social ills, the things that young black people or Spanish people or people of color go do, you know, with the whole thing with police brutality and all this other stuff, you know. And I believe that that song was inspired by Pac, though, because of the passion she put in there. Like, go back and listen to Like a Jungle. Damn, you can't tell me that song. But then you look at the video, the imagery he had in it and everything. You had good production on it, good titles, and good subjects. So Bossellini, you know, it takes you there. Now, let's touch on the Crime Family album. You know, there was a bit of Tupac influences or flow or rhythms on that album. You had the song True Homies that I believe had some elements of, you know, Pac in it. But what about the song called Don't Judge Me, which is a chorus of that song? And I kind of feel that Silk was trying to, like, I won't say try, but my listening to Time is Shaded, for a G. This world got me crazy. How can it be? The streets got you crazy. And he said, look at what they made me. The streets got me crazy. Something like that. But forgive me for messing up the song, but that song had a little bit of elements in it. But what else they had? I'm trying to really put you into, I want to bring this home on this album, because the Crime Family was a deep album. It wasn't like all the other True albums. The True albums, it didn't have a heavy influx of features on it. You know, people say that No Limit albums is more like compilations, but I remember that song called The Friend Is Mine's, and I believe that P had that Tupac flow on it. He said, call the cops for nothing, all is jumping and stunting, it should be kissing and hugging, I mean loving and hugging. You know, that's a beautiful song with Master P and Silk. It's called, Master P and Snoop, called The Friend Is Mine's. But then he had that that hook on that song. It was called Hail Mary, and you know, she did the chorus, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. Can you please? I forgot the actual lyrics of it, but please forgive me. But like I said before in the other album, other video, Tupac was like the first one who mentioned Hail Mary in his music. And then I want to jump into, matter of fact, let's jump into Master P's album, Only God Can Judge Me. That's the title of his album, and Tupac had a song called Only God Can Judge Me. But matter of fact, the first song on that God Can Judge Me album is called Ghetto Prayer. But the beginning of the lyrics of that song, you can have Master P chanting, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. And then the chorus come on, if I die before I wake, my soul to take. You know that song. But then you have that song on that album called Ghetto in the Sky. It didn't have that Tupac flow on it, but it puts you in a mind state of, I wonder if heaven got a ghetto. You know? And then you had that song called Yeah, I Don't Know. Master P had that rhythm and flow of Pac on it. He said, so many problems I can't sleep. You either strong or you weak. See, I was born to be a G. That's how I learned to flip a key. From the cradle to the grave, read the master on the slave. Now who wanna get paid? Cause I'ma hustle till I'm dead. You know how P brings on them albums. P always be full of energy, and he know how to take you home on them songs. That's on the Only God Could Judge Me album. But then you have the 504 Boys Goodfellas album, which was supposed to have been Master P album. He's supposed to have been playing Nino Brown. It was supposed to have been Master P, Silk, and Mystikal's album. Master P supposed to have been Nino Brown, Silk supposed to have been Vito, and Mystical G Money. but there was a lot of changes going on at this time. Crazy, who's from the old group Murder Inc., not to be confused with Murder Inc. from Queens, plus he was from Rough Era Records, he enlisted into the No Limit Army like early 2000. I remember those, who not from the boot or from that Louisiana area was like, yo, dude sound like Tupac. This is around the time Wobble came out. But matter of fact, listen to the intro of that Goodfellas album. Lord Romeo said, Dad. P replied, yes. He said, is Tupac still alive? And then Master P replied, what do you mean, son? He said, Romeo said, I heard you got this nigga named Crazy that sounds just like Pop. You heard this, but I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like cheering the whole movie because I'm a big Pop fan. And I'm a Crazy fan too. And Crazy delivers. He take you home. He takes you there. And I know some of y'all probably saying, man, you tripping, Dawood. But, I was messing with Crazy prior to No Limit. People from my side, really, of the South, didn't know who he was until like Wobble Wobble. But he had that album out, Shed Tears for the World, that was put out or bootleg by the bootleggers and put out as a Makaveli album. I remember my cousin was playing it. He kept saying, damn, something off with this Makaveli album. He was like, Pop sound a little bit different. His voice sound deeper. I said, man, that ain't Pop. That's Crazy from New Orleans. I said, listen to the lyrics on the album. And he keeps saying his name Crazy, right? Plus, I said, when do you remember Pop being or living in New Orleans? You never really heard Pop mention New Orleans in his music. And then you had to remember on Crazy, he said, you got the breeder from New Orleans that be dugging like Pop. He was talking about, this is Crazy, he talk about himself being from New Orleans, dugging like Pop. Pop wouldn't say nothing like that about himself. So we went on an Amazon website and I played all the songs from Shed Tears to the World and the Please Don't Kill Me album. My cousin said, man, I don't give a F. I'ma still play it. And he wound up ordering the Please Don't Kill Me album, cause he already had the Shed Tears album on bootleg that he thought was a Makaveli album. But that Goodfellas album, that was Crazy all on it. I remember dudes in Philly, New York, and New Jersey was hyped on Crazy and Mac on that album. They loved that song, Big Toys. Crazy's like, we making noise, 504 boys playing with those big toys. We making noise, 504 boys playing with them big toys. He was all over that album, especially on that song Soldiers with Master P and Snoop. How he started lyrics off, he said, fresh out the courthouse, fuck the world, I'm finally free. Ask those bitch niggas who snitch, are they ready for me? My arrival to the tank, better believe I love it. Just about it. Album, I've been dreaming of it. Cut with me to the south as I cruise in Texas. A young soldier with about 100 grand in his Lexus. You know how he came off. And I like that end part. He said, for the whole 5 hours, I could barely breathe. God forgive me for my sins, I got family to feed. Ain't no niggas in the Iberville and giving you shit. They rather trick to a bitch and buy that hoe a fifth. I was like, damn, down sound like Pac, man. And he's another one hardly inspired by Pac as well. Crazy, You can't front. Crazy take you home too. You know what's crazy about that too? When people really started getting into those crazy music and the Shed Tears to the World album, and plus on that Ghetto Bill album, they was like, man, come on, man, it's too much Tupac and outlaw influences on there, especially on that song. It's called My Dog on The Ghetto Bill. Are you my dog? Ride till we die now. You my dog, nigga. Me and you getting high. Something, I forgot the lyrics. But when the dude lyric, which rap after Crazy on, it was like, yo, don't he kind of sound like Gaddafi from the Outlaws? They trying to use the same format of pop. He the same one on that song called Ballin' Tonight on the Shed Tears album, that rap behind Crazy. So people was criticizing this whole Tupac influence with Crazy, but you know, like I said, Crazy, he delivered, he takes it there, you know. He's mad loyal to the Tank as well. He one of the guys that didn't turn his back once he listened to the No Limit Army. So, you know, shout out to Crazy, you know. Shout out to, you know, all those who doing good and who not hating, who don't have that hating gene in them. But yeah, he took it home. But he had that song on a Wobble Wobble maxi single called Play No Games. And he was like, I rock bulletproof weed. He said, I rock bulletproof weed 12, thuggin' with P8. None of you bitch niggas fucking with me. Still ballin' with the rum and coke. And I feel that if you got beef now, I kill that. I represent your nigga like you drop the bombs, homie. You real soldier like Vietnam. Everybody buying choppers like they so real. I represent the opera real, fuck how you feel. You cowards won the war with me. I'm strapped. Me and my breeder take the bitch off the mat. When the lightning strike, I'm paranoid like a rat. Fuck with me, niggas, you gon' get wet now. There's no limit. And they be rapping. He be doing the chorus. He come back, he said, all your bitches want war, shit that's easy. Me and my soldiers get dirty and greasy. Believe me, I don't give a fuck what it take. I'd rather kill you for your family's sake. Cause if I don't catch you, they next in line. Bullets don't have no name on my knives. Your niggas ain't ready for the Holocaust. Which one of you fake niggas do that cross? We gon' ride till we find them. There they go. Bust the bitch head with a 44. Set an example for the rest of the clique. Y'all got involved with the soldier shit now. There's no limit. I got excited over that. I still bang that song like crazy because, like I told you, I'm a big fan of our music. You know, I always represent home, you know, the South and all that. When all the other coasters was hating on it, you know. But I'm gonna do something on Cash Money coming up real soon. And I gotta hit the Noli, you know what I'm saying? I gotta hit Magnolia for real because, you know, I've been putting out a lot of Calio stuff, but I'm coming with the Magnolia stuff. So, but when I finish this one here, I got something good coming behind this one right here. A lot of people been asking for it, but yeah, but that's what it was though. You know, Crazy. And then he was on the intro of C's album that came out 2000, that Trap and Crime album. Like, no limit, you don't want to war with us. No limit, bitch, I'm a soldier. I'm just hyped, you know what I'm saying? It's Friday, but yeah, he took it home. And then remember that song called Ride? We gon' ride again. On that with the Young Guns, Master P Cousins, C Murder Cousins. That beat. Now, see, nobody raps or had that flow or Pac on that song. But we listen to the beat has elements of the Loonies. I Got Five on it, and it got elements of Hail Mary beat on that beat. Go back and listen to it yourselves. And then, matter of fact, Yuck Mouth was sending mad shots at P and No Limit due to this whole thing stemmed from the Ice Cream Man. You know, he felt a certain way that they tattoo was jacked, and what they call that again, like infringement. The title of their Ice Cream Man song, P made the album of it. So it always been this thing with Yuck Mouth sending shots at P. And he had that song, which is ironic, called Still Ballin', where he was saying something about they stole songs for you and they owed your mom some millions and all that. Pac had a song called Still Ballin' too. But he even had see Bo on the Enemy of the State album sending shots at P at the same time for emulating Pac. But you know what's so crazy? See, Bo had a song called Still Riding, where he was saying to P, you biting Makaveli and all this. But on that Still Riding by C-Bo, he used the beat from Ambition of a Rider. You know, and C-Bo, that's one of my favorite. Matter of fact, C-Bo is my favorite West Coast. Oh, I love C-Bo. I got everything from Gas Chamber all the way up to the Mob Figures albums. You know, I rocks with him. I rocks with Bo. And I feel that we've been robbed of a Masterpiece C-Bo album. That's something that I always wanted. And I don't know if it's too late because the way how things change in the game. I mean, it's possible, you know, because Bo's still out there putting stuff out. And P, man, you know, and I heard they squashed their beef like that. But come on, man, y'all need to get together and put this album out, man. Y'all got people looking for this here. You know, but I'm about to really close this out in a few minutes, but and Slim got at Crazy and P. But what he said of Crazy was crazy. He said on that song How I Make You Feel, he said that 504 boy, that he said it. Oh yeah, he said that Tupac cone, he could get it first. I'm gonna put 544 boy on the side of his hearse. And then he had that other song called You Ain't Crazy. He said that Tupac clone, that Tupac clone, that Tupac. He said that Tupac clone, that Tupac clone. Man, Tupac gone. You still dropping shit to fuck with niggas' domes. Like Slim came at Crazy on the strength of him having his situation with P over the money and all that there. So he wanted Crazy to leave the tank with him, and Crazy was showing his loyalty to P. So that's how that whole thing with them came about. But there's a video of here with Crazy explaining the whole thing. But I'm gonna drop this question right here, then I'm gonna end it. Was Pac ever gonna join No Limit? Question mark. According to P, he was saying that Pac loved the movement that he had, and that he was considering coming to No Limit. P wasn't that big at the time when Pac was out, so I'm not gonna say nothing. This was for the people that sit up there and drop comments in the comment section, because I'm not gonna sit up here and co-sign that. But he was on interviews saying that Pac loved the way he was doing, and that he was consider joining. He was considering signing signing Pac to his label. Now you know Pac wasn't a man of his own. He was getting ready to do his own thing. It was a Makaveli Records, I believe. I forgot the actual name of the record label that he was gonna start. But I don't see Pac getting down with anybody else to do another album deal. He was trying to leave Death Row. So, cause at this time the independent game really started picking up. So I think Tupac was going to do his own thing. And there's one more thing. It was this picture floating around in the video. It was blurry of what looks like Pac wearing a No Limit chain. I tried my best to look. I tried to zoom in on the chain to see if it's No Limit chain or not. I don't know. But there's a video on YouTube and it says Tupac wearing a No Limit chain while he was alive. Y'all tell me what y'all think and drop something a message in the comment section. But this is the end of this whole thing of, was Master P paying homage or copying? You know what? People say that P copied Spice One. He copied Sebo. He copied Scarface. Hell, I remember being with my family in the north or in the east, and they were saying stuff like, man, that dude D.I.G. sound like Ja Rule, and that dude Mr. Magic sound like DMX. Yo, it's like No Limit is trying to emulate other successful artists. That's not me saying that. I'm telling y'all what other people think, or said, I should say. And like I said, I'm a big No Limit fan. I own every disc from No Limit that ever came out. At least I should say from the beginning of his stages, from the Rollins and the Mind of Psychopaths, all the way up to the Ghetto Bill album. Honestly, disc. When it started getting into like the newer stuff, like when everything started becoming digitized, like around after 2005, I don't really have that. I even still have that album that's being promoted through Walmart, the Miller Boys album, with him and Romeo, the non-cursing album, which was really a Take a Stand Records album, titled Hip Hop History, First Father and Son. I had that album. So I'm not nobody just up here just shooting and just being biased or saying this or saying that. Everybody entitled to their own opinion, and you shouldn't trip or get off on hating other people because of their decisions. But it is what it is. But I'm gonna close this out and start preparing for my next video. Y'all have a great weekend. Shalom. Salams. Godspeed.